Well, the 51st edition of the National Arts Festival is coming to an end this weekend. The annual showpiece of the best of the arts world in Makhanda again is presented in performing fine and contemporary arts for every taste. This includes films as well, so more than 2,400 performances they were on the program, including international offerings. It remains the biggest arts focal point of the calendar. Now, Ntombobozuko Balintulo is in Makhanda, joining us to take stock of how the festival progress. Ntombi, good morning. I know that it started on the 26th. It's obviously running until the 6th of July, and there have been a plethora of people showcasing. Perhaps you could tell us what's been happening, what else is left on the program as that festival slowly draws to an end, and we look forward to what the offerings are for our national arts stage at large.
Good morning, Liz, and good morning to the viewers at home. We are in Makhanda, quite cold this morning, but that's what they say. They say it is not a National Arts Festival if it is not cold in Makhanda. And of course, it's one of the longest running arts festival in the country. It is the 51st one this year, and it also under the theme that is called Vivid, Bold, and Unfiltered. And we are leading towards the last days, the second last day today of the Arts Festival. And we do have the CEO, Monica Newton, who is going to be telling us how the Arts Festival has been this year. And of course, there's still a number of theatre plays, musical, and they obviously going to close it on a bang when it comes to the closing, which is going to be tomorrow, which is the 6th of July. Monica, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Just want to find out how the Arts Festival has been this year.
It's always great, and it's always different, and it's always something new and innovative and exciting. Artists have brought their best work. Audiences have brought open minds. They've come in their droves to be inspired and to see the arts. The Soil last night had the crowd singing along. It was really a special moment in the Guy Butler Theatre.
I know also, Monica, you know, they brought in you a different I don't say different, but they have an Igwijo competition. How was that?
It was really fantastic. Igwijo is a fantastically community-based art form. The Eastern Cape has so much talent. We also had some groups joining us from out of province, and we are so proud that Makhanda's own collective actually won the Igwijo competition and were on stage with the Soil last night. So really something so special. It's a format that we've not had with us before, but it shows great promise, and we're looking forward to growing that as part of our festival.
It is the second last day today, and I know it's probably going to be one of the busiest weekends in Makhanda because all the party stops are going to be packed. What can people expect that are, passing by through Makhanda, maybe going to Gqeberha, or they're just, planning to make their way home from Makhanda?
Well, our Village Green Market is open. We have fantastic shows today. Dumsa Maswana is on stage tonight. If you know the Eastern Cape, you know his wonderful voice. We also have a wonderful circus production for families called Malo and the Moon Maiden. There's great theatre, Breakfast with Mugabe. As you mentioned, there really is something for everybody. So if you are passing by Makhanda, drop in, come and experience the warmth and hospitality of the festival. And our tickets are between 80 and 200 Rand. So what have you got to lose?
Also, lastly, it is, of course, going to be, this year, how is it called? What are the preparations for next year? Because I know by the time we get back home, we will receive emails that if you want to submit any play, theatre, the lines are open. How is it in terms of planning for next year?
Well, the festival never really sleeps. So as we finish one edition, we start planning for the next one. So the open calls are almost ready to go. And conversations for next year have already started. So of course, we're always thrilled to invite artists from across the country and across the world to send us their ideas about how they'd like to participate in the festival. And it's always a really great opportunity as well for us to stop and think about our previous edition, how we can improve things. So we're also going to be asking audiences for a bit of feedback that will help us. So a really great couple of weeks ahead for the National Arts Festival team as we finish off this festival and start the preparations for 2026.
Okay, thank you so much. That was the CEO of the National Arts Festival, Monica Newton, just telling us briefly that they're already planning on what's going to be happening next year, because this arts town never sleeps at all. And she's also explaining to us that as it is the second last day today, of course, there are still going to be other activities that will be happening. She mentioned there'll be circus, and also Dumza Maswana will be also taking center stage. And obviously, like she mentioned, if you are from the Eastern Cape, you definitely would like to come along to Makhanda for the last 2 days just to experience Dumza Maswana. And of course, Lisa will be around for the whole day, just to also giving you what's going to be happening, other activities. We're speaking to some of the artists that are here, and also just speaking to some of the business ladies or businessmen that have been here, just to find out from them how the art has been in terms of the economic growth of this town. And back to you in studio.
Thanks, Ntombobozuko. Of course, Monica's kindness knows no bounds. We were there last week. I know exactly how cold you're experiencing, but thank you for that update. We will be monitoring all that developments as the festival draws to a close. Again, Ntombobozuko Balintulo, they're in Makhanda, bringing you the latest for the National Arts Festival.